everybody, welcome to Lisa's Art Room. Tonight we're going to be doing a flip through of my Colors of Fall junk journal. So y'all come in and say hi, let me know you're here. We're going to get started on this in just a minute. We're currently live on Facebook if you see the little red button at the top left. If not, you're catching a replay. Let me get you guys pulled up so I can see chat. This isn't my normal night, so we'll see. I have a couple of viewers here. Oops, volume's up. There. All right. So we're going to be doing a flip through of this journal. It's all finished. Got all the signatures sewn in there. Got a pretty little charm dangle. Lots of things on it. Thank you for letting me know the volume is good, Dawn. I appreciate that. All right, I'm going to go ahead and just pull the camera up top and we'll get started on this. Looks okay. Make sure my lighting's okay. Bring that over a little bit. It's definitely so much brighter with this new mat. Alright, so here is our journal all finished. It's a pretty one. So it's soft cover journal. It is 3 signatures, 90 pages. It has a writing board, a charm, and a pocket on the cover in the back here, and then pockets on the inside of the cover. I think that's about it. And then the dangle hat. Why does it say trying to reconnect? Well, that's really close. Oh, I need to, maybe there. Okay. So it's got a bird, an owl, leaf, a little latte, like a pumpkin spice latte, an acorn, kind of a leaf shape, another leaf. There's a pie in here somewhere. Oh, there it is. A little pumpkin pie slice, maybe a cupcake. I think that is a cupcake. Do I see it? Oh, there it is. Cupcake. Wrong side. So lots of things in there, and it's removable. It just unhooks, come off. Ribbon closure. We've got like hand stitching on here. The letters are hand stitched. You can see that. So they're all hand stitched. Some hand stitching accents. Okay. Hey, Lori. Okay, so here we go. So inside pocket, old journaling card, and then back pocket. I don't have anything in right now. I did have this writing board in there. The writing board can either go there or there. It's got a fox and some pretty floral fall flowers, so it fits either place. Lots of lace on the edges, all hand dyed. Okay, so first signature, we have just a little library card. Coffee dyed paper with stencil work. This is a paper bag pocket. It's got a little fold out folio kind of thing with notebook space. And a little card. And apple pie stuff, a little coffee dyed paper, some ledger paper, a little mini fold out with tags. It's got a little piece of Velcro there to close it. And journaling card. And this just folds down for a writing space. More journaling spots. Now, if these are things that I wrote down that will be on the back, like for instance, this was from the Library of Congress, 1883. It's called Camping Out. This, I think it might be Graphics Fairy. I don't have it written down on that one, but I try to write it down. It is in pencil, so it can be erased if you want to use it as a journaling space, but sometimes people like to know where the pictures came from, and I usually try to tell you when I make the journals, you know, if I remember, but they're all public domain or from different sites that I get them from, Digitals or Library of Congress or Graphics Fairy, things like that. This is, good question. I feel like it's Library of Congress, but I'm not 100% sure. But that's our center page for the first signature. And this is one of my paintings and just some journaling paper. It says, "The most beautiful thing." Pumpkin pie, that's why. Definition of pumpkin. Spice latte. A little fellow with his pumpkin journaling space. This one says TGF, that's the Graphics Fairy. This is vellum over a piece of scrapbook paper. Another ledger. Other side of those things. This is the other side of the paper bag. Got another one of these just for journaling space. And just some notebook paper with a little fringe thing that I made from a crepe paper thing. Apple, some horses. Fall scene. Library of Congress, 1838. Autumn on the Saacibo. W.R. Hollowell artist. Okay, that's the end of the first signature. On to the second signature. This is a card that I had received. I changed the label and put I think I love fall most of all in there. Coffee dyed paper. Another paper bag thing with a, this one has a sunflower with some writing space. And a little journaling card. And the back has some owls and some mushrooms. Some ledger paper with some antiqued tape that I did with some alcohol ink, some leaf stickers, and just writing space. And this little pumpkin fold out with tags. This one has that little collage and then this little collage. And the backs are just some sort of plain paper. This happens to be Tim Holtz backdrop paper. And it says, "Let us imagine for a moment the golden leaves glittering in the sun." A squirrel. Graphics Fairy. This is Fall Bounty. The squirrel is no, this squirrel is, what is that from? I think that squirrel is from the Graphics Fairy. It's from a different picture of a squirrel that I fussy cut out. The acorn is from Fall Bounty. Stencil from Essential Stencil, coffee dyed paper, a little belly band, some flower, folds up, writing paper. And this is my painting that I did. It's a painting that's on my wall. It's done on wood. Made a print of it. This has a napkin decoupage and then a stenciled coffee dyed paper. This is also a napkin. Journaling spot. This one has a definition of autumn and a pretty little autumn cottage. And then some farm animals, horses and cows and such. And this one says, the secret of everyday things is to always remember the little things. Cows and chickens. And that's from what is that from? Oh, here it is. Country Life Junk Journal Kit 2, it says. Sharm Studio. That's what that's from. All these. Well, except, I think except this one. This one's from something else. I don't remember why. Maybe Fall Bounty. This is a stencil. It feels textured, but I think it's just because I did it on a cracker box that I had peeled. And this one has a tag with the owl, and this is a scene from a magazine. And then a little squirrel again, and a little hidden pull-up. Hiding in that little side pocket. Now the writing space on this ledger paper. Other side of the paper bag. And this side has just a little journaling card. Goes with that. And a little fold-out envelope for writing space. And inside we have Cozy Kittens. It's got a transfer, definition of cozy, and more writing space. So decent amount of writing space in this one. The other side of that coffee dyed paper. This is one of my paintings, and this was a junk mail envelope that we covered, and the card is just inserted inside there. And that's the end of the second signature, and on to the third. We have a stencil, Fall Vibes, a couple of stencils, and a journaling card, a graphics fairy, that's Fall Bounty, and a little envelope on the other side. Well, it's the paper bag, but I put a closure on this side. Let's see if I can remember which way. This way. A little card. And so there's the squirrel picture. So that's where, anywhere you see that little squirrel fussy cut, that's what it's from. And this, I believe, was Graphics Fairy, if I'm not mistaken. And some owls, a little bit of writing spot. This is some handmade paper I did. Gosh, that one's probably about 10 years old. It's pretty old. Other side, the ledger paper. And card. It says harvest, and it's got a definition of harvest. A picture. Pretty owl. This is a napkin. It's the inside layer of when you peel your napkins. It's 2 layers that have been glued together with matte medium, and use that for a pocket. Put some embellishment on there. Hey Lori. And then we've got turkey, with some songs about turkeys. Turkey time and feeding birds, and then Jack Frost. Which didn't really fit, but that's okay. And that's our center for this one. More writing space. It's a coffee dyed sheet. And some ribbon glued on there. Another one of those little pockets. Tags. This one has some magazine images. It says, I am rich today with autumn's gold, Gladys Harp. This one has some birds. And that squirrel again. He's just popping up everywhere. And that goes in there. Ledger paper, the other side of the paper bag, another magazine image. Hello Autumn. My painting on a little card. And we've got greetings of the season with best wishes and a little Thanksgiving dinner card in there. And then some scrapbook paper and a transfer. This is actually a piece of wall art that I had done on wood with various stencils. It's got like several sets on that one. Some paper that I stuck a little owl sticker on. And tulip soap. Now this one I actually saw in two places. I saw this image on Graphics Fairy, but I also saw it in Library of Congress. So it's out there in a couple of different places. I think maybe Fall Bounty, which, you know, it's a public domain picture, so you can use it. This is Autumn Barnes, I believe. Let me look at my sticker thingy here. What's it called? 48 Autumn Farm Barns. It says The Clip Crafter. It's an Etsy digital. It's the only one, I think it's the only one I used. I used it last year a lot, so I didn't use it as much this year. And that is it. So that is it. I already showed you that. Like I said, it is 3 signatures, 90 pages. And this will be for sale. First come, first get. It is $150 plus shipping and tax if you are in Georgia. If you're not in Georgia, then you're not in my nexus and I don't have to charge you tax, but you know, you got to deal with that on your own. So that is my journal. And I think it turned out very pretty. So thank you for watching that. So next, I knew this wouldn't take that long. So what I'm going to do at the end of this time period we have right now is I'm going to show you our upcoming journal and basically what I have lined up for that. So that's the end of Colors of Fall. I hope you guys enjoyed watching me make that. Hopefully you learned some things. So for Christmas, I have all kinds of stuff. So I have a bunch of papers that I will be using, most likely, we'll say, probably. But this was Winterland Cabin from Hobby Lobby. I got it 50% off. Always check the Christmas area for your Christmas papers and stuff because they almost always have a 50% off sale quite often, and you get them cheaper. So it's real pretty. It's got some nice cards. It'll be great for pockets and such. That's pretty. I like that. What is that? It's got like snacks and cups and things. So that's that one. I found this. got my stickers on it still. On clearance. And it's got a whole bunch of stuff in it. It's got some die cuts, which is always nice. It's even got some little gems. But so all these die cuts, some labels. I rarely use the labels, but they're in there. And then this is stickers and these papers, which look very similar to these. Not quite, but similar. So there's that one. It's called Christmas Basics. It may or may not still be available. I don't know. And then I also found this one, which was 12 Days of Christmas. And all that. These stickers feel thicker. A bunch of papers. All these die cuts, stickers. I mean, for $1.74. Both of these cost me $1.74. That's just crazy. It's normally $6.99, but normally you can get these for the 40% off if you watch that. So, you know, they're like $4-ish. And then these I ordered off of Amazon. No, where did I order these? It was either scrapbook.com or Simon Says. I'm not really sure. It was one or the other. I don't think I have the, I don't have the label. So I ordered these two from Stamperia, the large one and the small one. This is their 8x8 one, and then their 12x12 one. Now, I accidentally ordered two of the 12x12, which is fine because these are double-sided, and I thought about it, you know, do I need it, do I not need it? And I decided to keep it because they are double-sided, then I'll have options. This was a different set of things that I really like. Some I've already cut out. And this was another clearance one I got, $5.24. And it's got some really nice, there'll be page options. They're a tad thicker than I typically will do on a page. I'll have to check the grain and see if they're going to fold properly, because if it's against the grain, it'll crack. Let me see. I'm curious. Are they going to be with the grain or against the grain? Oh, they're actually with the grain. Okay, so that's good. So it'll fold this way just fine without cracking then. You can tell because when you do this, and you see how much resistance you have and the gap that's there. And then you turn it the other way and you see how much resistance you have and then the gap. Okay. The bigger gap is not the side that the grain's on. The smaller gap is the side that the grain's on, which means when it's folded, all the paper grains are going this way and it won't crack. Okay. So keep that in mind when you are using your papers, because it does make a difference. So there's some really pretty ones in here. I'm quite happy with this for $5. Just some real pretty backgrounds, I think. Gnomes, you know me and gnomes. I don't like gnomes, but they're in there. So this is going to be kind of a old-fashioned, vintage kind of Christmas journal. Christmas, winter, whatever you want to call it. I'll probably call it Christmas. And this was things I bought from, gosh, I wish I could remember if it was scrapbook.com or, knowing me, it was probably scrapbook.com, although I do buy from Simon Says too. But these I already cut out. So it's got some things that'll work great for belly bands or what have you. And then it had one sheet that these were on, and I just cut the sheet up. But little cards and such. And yeah, I think this was Graphics 45. Somebody said that. Sold recipe cards. But some very, very pretty things that I thought looked, you know, nice and vintagey. And the colors match my cover. So my cover is this and this. and then this for the pocket. So I've got those 3 colors. I've already cut them out and backed them with some iron-on batting. So those are my colors, which I think are going to go, that I pulled up. So very pretty. I ironed it because it was wrinkly. So these I haven't cut out yet because I wasn't sure if I was going to use it as a page. So I left it. I'll have to decide that later. And then the same set, but it had some, different pages. These I bought as individual pages from the site. I just bought a few of them because I like the colors. And then the scrapbook, or Stamperia, is the ones that I probably use the most of. And it's got a bunch of fussy cuts and very pretty pages. Now these are 8 by 8, so if I did decide, say I wanted to use this, I would have to tape it or something with some either glue with fabric or something to make the middle. But I've done that. Little tags. That's so pretty. I love all this stuff. So the smaller one, of course, has a smaller version, and then the larger one has a larger version. So you can kind of see the difference in size if you're thinking of getting them. Okay, this is what you're dealing with, the difference. Okay, so you can see how those compare in size. So I usually get both because I never know what I want as far as size goes, and they are double-sided. The cards all have a back on them already, so you don't have to worry about backing them. And then it's got the papers, and these bigger papers are too big for my journals because, like, my journal size is this, okay? So my page size is your typical 8.5 by 11 folded, which I had one sitting here. Now I don't see it. Oh, there it is. This is my page size. So sometimes these bigger ones don't fit for a page. I could use this for a page, but I would lose, these sides. I could get the tree in there, which is still kind of nice. Or I take, this one, and it's a little short, okay, because my pages are typically 8.5. And I don't mind having a shorter page every now and then. It doesn't really bother me that much, but I would have to put something to connect 2 of these together. So that's kind of things I have to think about, which ones I'm going to use for pages, or, am I going to use any of them for pages? Sometimes I do, sometimes I don't. And then they've got the background like that. So, and then a bunch of circular die cut type things. Usually these will fit some of my punches, but I typically have to end up using like this. I'm pretty sure this will fit this 2.5, and that'll fit the 2.5. You might lose a little bit of that ring. This is a 3-inch. That's a 3-inch. That looks like a 5-inch. Oh no, it's big, which I don't have, but I do have dies for those sizes. Now, you could also fussy cut it by hand, but cutting circles is very difficult. So I will probably try to cut these out with my dies and my punches. So I have the circles. And then, so say I wanted that as a background paper or something, but I'm already cutting these out and I'm losing that. I could get it from the second one that I have if I really, really wanted it. Chances are it's not going to happen, but if it did. That's real pretty, but see, I've also got the dilemma of which one do I want, and also which way is the grain on this. I don't know. Let's see. Is it the right way? It is the right way. So it's this way, which means I'd have to fold it that way. So I have to decide, do I want the poinsettia do I want this little tag? What part do I want to lose? Because I'd have to lose something. I'll probably take the whole poinsettia and just lose half the tag if I decide to use that for a page. Some more cards, and these are, you know, a lot bigger than the ones in here. Let's see how much difference it is. Bigger these. These are approximately 4, and these are 5.5. Okay. So, big difference in size. But these will still fit in, you know, inside my page, which is fine. So I can use these bigger ones. It's really pretty. I like that a lot. I might use one of those. Since I have 2, I might use one for the writing board. That would be pretty. I'm trying to, I have 2 pages? I know I have 2. I can't separate. I have a Band-Aid on again. There we go. Oh, it's got gingerbreads on the back. So, more of the tags. And really pretty backgrounds. This one will work fine because obviously I just could get rid of some of the sky. And this one, I don't know about this one. I mean, I could just do one or the other. Getting in the middle there doesn't really work. So I'd probably just pick either the holly or the ornaments. Is it good for an A2 card front? And then the Christmas trees, more Christmas trees. So red and green. And then these are the fussy cuts, and they are on the back page. So you don't really lose anything from fussy cutting those. I fussy cut a bunch of them. Oh my gosh, tedious fussy cutting. I'm not gonna lie. And that's these big ones. I mean, these little ones, that won't be bad. You know, some of these straight up ones, but that tree, whew, that tree was challenging to fussy cut. I did it, but whew. Let me see, do I have it? Let's see. I'll show you what I fussy cut because it's a lot of fussy cutting. So I did all of those. And there's a lot of little teeny pieces in there too. Close. If I can lift it. Oh, I lost a star. Okay. So these are the ones I fussy cut so far out of that. And it did take a while. I just sat and watched TV. That's typically what I'll do, is just sit and watch a show while I'm doing it. These little chickadees are cute. Plants. But I cut them pretty close. I didn't do your typical larger outline. I kept them pretty close. I'm sure it would have been easier if I'd done the larger outline, but I wanted them kind of close. And then there's just a lot of little teeny things. Some holly and such. And where's the tree at? Oh, it's in the bigger folio. I have too many things, guys. So this one, when I fussy cut this one, I left this little thing on there. It's just the side. This is the tree. It's just the side of right here. But I was thinking that it might be fun, when I saw that big white space there, I was thinking it might be fun to score it, like right there, and make it a little flip. I'll probably cover that with something, but make it a little flip. Wouldn't that be cute? So I left that on there in case I do decide to do that with it. So that is what I have done so far, and these are the papers I will be using, and the journal fabric and all that. It's going to be your typical one that I do with the soft-sided recycled Amazon packaging. So, and it will be basically 9 by 6-ish. I don't know the exact measurements right now, but basically 9 by 6. So that is our upcoming Christmas journal. I will be starting that on Wednesday. We'll start with the cover and go from there. I don't know if I'm going to cover the cover with something. I feel like it will need something, but I just don't know because it's kind of busy. It's got all these pine cones and such. And I just don't know what I would put on that. So I might leave it plain. Unless I just find something that's just perfect, I'll probably leave it just like that. Yeah, that's the front. So that'll be the front, basically. So it's pretty though. I just thought it was really pretty when I saw it at Hobby Lobby. All right, guys, that is it. So I gave you a little sneak peek about what's coming up and showed you the fall journal, and we are done. That's the quickest live I've ever done. Probably. I didn't have a lot to do today, so. But it's good. I've had a very stressful day. My microwave broke. Started clicking on and off. Wires burning. So my microwave broke. And then we get up the next morning to go get a new microwave, and the oven's broke too. And I'm like, what? Why is my oven broke? My oven's only 3 years old. So I don't know what's going on. We got to get all of our appliances fixed. And Thanksgiving's like coming up, and I'm like, what? Don't do that to me. So tomorrow will be fun trying to figure that out. So yeah, I don't know. The clicker doesn't work on the oven. The power clicked off in the middle of the night. Not the power, but just the power to the oven. The breaker blew. Or tripped, I guess is the right word, tripped. And when we turn the breaker back on, the clicker won't work. You know, the igniter clicker. The gas works. The clock works. But we can't light it. So we don't know if it's some sort of a safety thing in there, you know, or what. I don't know what it is. You can hold a match to it and use it, you know, light it, but there's something wrong with it. So we have both of our cooking instruments gone. I'm like, I gotta have something. So yeah, I have too many allergies to eat up. Anyway, enough of my problems. But I will be excited to start this new journal, Christmas stuff, and then I may do a little golden book one. I'm definitely going to do December, I think. I say definitely. I'm pretty sure I'm going to do December too. But I did have a little golden book I wanted to do, guys. I think I showed it to you. I don't know. Did I? I don't even see it. Oh, there it is. I have this little golden book that I found. And I want to do a journal. You know how they do those. I've never done one. So I may try to fit that in somewhere. I might have to do it like on a Monday or something like that, and then do the other one on Wednesday and Friday. So we'll see. I'm going to take on too much again. You know me. I just have so many things I want to do. It's hard. Anyway. All right. Enough rambling. Thank you all for watching. I will see you guys on Wednesday night, and we'll get started on our next journal. All right, guys. Y'all take care. Have a wonderful rest of your evening. All right. Bye-bye.